Right, it's time to buy hard. Vrauks keep getting created just fine. You are building up, that's fine. I don't mind if you fill up completely. The Crookens are also for other things, not just for rock production. That doesn't really matter. But anyway, means I'm already very close. Oh, that's just a field, right? I'm actually pretty close. I could make my first science right away, but I would have to sacrifice a Vrauk. I'm not going to do that just to have a milestone. The cage is going to go outside right away. This is going to give me the formic acid. Now, this should last me quite a while, I think. Shouldn't be a problem at all. Well, for now, the other outputs are just going to go into chests. This will get complicated quick. I will use some of those quite a bit. Some of those will only get used later on. All of them are going to have a tendency to build up. But you always have a way of getting rid of the excess. It's just not going to be entirely easy. Hey. Now I need to go pick up some pipes. Anyway, do you want to be ready? So I want to start preparing for some future expansion. That's coming soonish. And that means that I need to take care of a lot of the things that are still manual. Another one gone. We don't want to make things complicated right now. We use for the main, yeah. We'll have to start thinking about something more permanent soonish. There's only 640,000 iron ore left. This is on the edge, so this is not going to be a lot. It's not going to last very long. This one is going to last the longest. Is I'm also dying already? No, they don't get fuel. Oh. Oh, I don't mind. Will sort itself out. You're out. That's the first aluminum gun. So I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, coal gas is full. That's okay. Give you a boost. Everything seems to be okay with iron production. Copper is also fine. I just want to start thinking about upgrading these guys. Whew. Yeah, the screens are a bit expensive. What's my total consumption? Iron is quite a bit there. 22,000 copper ore. How much are we consuming? Okay. 47 per minute for copper. Now, if I want to go 60, let's say. Oh no, this is actually fine. So this is about double what we are consuming right now. And what does this mean? Joe crushes are fine. Screeners, 5 screeners is not great. Also, I want to even this out. I think I want to go somewhat lower. Yeah, 1.3 per second. Takes just 4 screeners and 2 jaw crushers. This is very easy to expand. And the amount of iron ore or copper ore coming in, that's pretty much half a belt. So I can double this up easily. So that's the plan for the very near term. Now, while I'm already here, you already built up. I want electrics here. This is just so annoying. And I do have electrics, right? Not missing the research. Of course I'm missing the research. But they're going to be very easy to make once I have them. Now, there's a trap here. I think I already spoke about that. Electric mining drills are not more efficient. They do produce less pollution. So that part is still nice. So you get 10 per minute for double the production, and you still get the expanded mining area. You get module slots, but the first modules I can get are, yeah, PyScience back 2. Yikes. And they're extremely expensive. Yeah, no point in even looking at that. You're done. That's just a bit of cleanup. Not a bad amount of concrete overall. You only got the overflow, so that should be fine. We do have decent amount of coke now, at least. That's nice to see. I will make the screeners right away. Yeah, I need more iron plates and small parts. There. Also need jaw crushers. It's 1 jaw crusher per 2 screeners, yes. The power cost isn't too bad either, but it will always keep increasing. So if I look into mining copper, to get the amount of copper I need, oh, this doesn't work, does it? There. 6.6 burner miner drills. If I change these into electrics, that's 3.33 megawatts, so it does kind of even out. It's not too bad. So you do save some on not requiring as much copper. But yeah. I'm going to keep it like this, so we see the cost. So it's pretty much exactly double. Now, the burner miner drills still have the advantage. Yes, they have the same consumption, but right now the only steam I get, the only electricity I get, loses efficiency. Right, there's 50% efficiency. The steam engine isn't very good, which means that if I replace all of my burner mining drills with electrics, I'm going to lose everything, right? So if I take a readout, I have 176 burner miners and 20 fluid miners. For the fluid miners, it's pretty much the same, I think. Yeah, so they take 900 kilowatts, mine twice as fast, and they even more than twice as much. Okay, so just from this, I would need 200, 400, 450 megawatts just for the miners. I mean, not all of them are running all the time, but that gives you a scope. My total production right now is 70. So switching to electric miners is tempting, but you don't really want to do it in Pi. Until you have at least a good way to produce power, which we don't. Yeah, tar, good. I'm not doing what I should be doing, am I? Overall, everything seems to be running fine. There's plenty of steam. Decent excess. You do have plenty of sap-trees too. I think that's fine. Yeah, I did start planning for the forestry expansion. No, I think I'm going to need the ash for science, right? Haven't added much there. The wood consumption is going up. That's okay. I do want that. I also should switch this out because I want to use this coal or copper ore first. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe I should start with that. So I will get all the copper ore all the way here. Just so I don't have to rebuild the processing again. But I don't know, maybe. Hey, where's the science? There's the science. Yeah, of course. Already ran out of ash a long time ago. This will help a little bit. 920. Automation aspects are useful for other things than just research. So you do want to have some stored away. I will need a lot more generic earth samples, especially if I want to use the caravans. I'm still not sure about that. They're very useful. But I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe I will use caravans, yeah. I don't really have to add any extra special reasons to make things more complicated. Titanium is building up. I do want to start making the biocontainers, maybe. Biocontainers need plastic and titanium, right? No, lead, titanium, glass, and steel. Okay, so they're a bit more expensive than I remember. Anything else I'm running out of? Yeah. It's this glass. Glass is fine again. It's nice to see. And we're still waiting just for the rubber stoppers. Everything else is already prepared, right? I should add more sap trees. Whatever. The thing is that you will always need to boost things up later, and you will probably have better technology, so you really don't want to rush to build too big too soon in Pi. Yeah, I have limestone. Right. Not that easy to get rid of. Yeah, the concrete is much nicer to walk on. In the game. Not so nice in real life. Anything else? I do have the wooden floorboards too. Those are mostly going to be used for decoration, of course. Spy really needs you to walk fast. Oh, I didn't pick up air conductors. I'll also need more jaw crushers if I want to build. That's the processing copper. But hey, I'm mostly doing all of this just while waiting for the Vrauks to be done. Yeah, you're waiting for formic acid. So that one butchery, if it was running full time, which it's not going to be, would supply one of these distillation columns. We will need to scale this up eventually, but it's going to be complicated and expensive. Not something I need to worry about right now. Now, how much do I need to go get somewhere useful? And I want the hot air as soon as possible. That's going to make the glassware cheaper by half. So that's going to increase my research quite a bit. And when that's done, I think I want to go for the electric miners. As I said, I'm not going to use them for most things. But they will be useful for at least the liquid annoyances from PyHard. Because the burner miners are just horrendous. Right. Do we have more rocks? Yeah. That's nice. I will want these to build up, of course, but let's get the first two processed. That's going to give me how much? 10, 20. Boom. That's my first formic acid, which would very quickly start the whole latex production process. Yep, you're making latex now. Boom. Oh, almost 22 hours. Oh. That's really... If I want to have logistics science... I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make logistics science very quickly at this rate. That's the first pieces of latex. And how many do I need? I need four rubber stoppers, which is 2 latex, so I should be getting my first glassware. And that should mean science pack. Ooh. There. Latex number 1. Now latex number 2. That's the first rubber stopper, which should very quickly get me some glassware. Boom. That's another milestone. Oh, I need 3 for 1 PyScience pack. Oh, for 3 PyScience pack. Oh, I'll have to wait, but yep. That should be the research ready to go. Very slowly. Just to get me started, I will put another 2 Vrauks in here. And I will also add at least very basic setup here. So I will want to expand. Everything here. You take 10 modules, I think, yes. So I want you to only work if there's more than 20 rocks for a start. There. I am going to be busy. And I don't want to have to do this manually. If I ever get a lot of Vrauks, I can just have everything work on its own. Can I make more paddocks? Yes, I can. Well, let's add 2 right away. And I'm going to try to fill them up with Vrauks as soon as possible. Now, what about power? Really should have left some room in there. Can I move you? Would it be nice and balanced? 1, 2, 3. That's not great. Oh, I'll just have to keep it the way it is. There. They're the same, just turned around. And I will expand you a bit further because that's just how all of this works. There. But this will fill up slowly. I do need to add more barrels. I should probably change the logic as well. Oh, doesn't really need much change. Let's go with 30. You too. Should work fine. Hey. Now, each of you holds 6 water. So that should be fine. Oh, let me add 2 more. Just to make it perfect. Ooh. That's a mistake. Now that it's actually filled up, that's not going to work at all. Let me do very quickly something like that. And you are going to be whitelisted for cocoons. That should be everything that comes out of here. There. Sorry. Do produce much. That's okay. Still nothing? Did I add that part? No, I haven't. Alright. Oh no. There's something else wrong here. Okay. What did I forget? You don't have steam. Well, this is the steam for tin mining, right? So that means we're running low, yeah. Why is steam running low again? I really have to expand the boilers. I want to switch to better fuels soon anyway. Okay, so we are consuming more than we're producing. It's eating up so much of my steam. I really want the oil burners, but those are not that easy. There's also the geothermal power plant. I would have to find a spot for that. That would help with power consumption. Oh, should I just go fishing? All of you are working just fine. That's not... Oh. How did you get there? I had a feeling that might happen. Now there is already something I can use rich clay fall. Can use it to make stone bricks. Let's not disable it, right? Oh, the first PyScience pack. 22 hours. That's not good at all. But whatever. I will need it for ground samples, but that's still far away. That's for logistic science. Well, it's the next science, but far away. Okay, so the only thing I can really do with it right now is make stone bricks. And that also needs sand. Oh. I will have to deal with it. And I shouldn't delay it much longer. Get stone, you get gravel, and you make sand. The main reason for that is to produce concrete. We should be getting carbolical again. It's important. Getting use for kerogen wouldn't be bad either. Kerogen is very important, of course. I will be able to start processing it. No, I could do it. So you get shell oil from kerogen and steam, and then you just use even more steam to produce light oil, heavy oil, and condensates. And all of those have uses too, of course. If I look at kerogen, can be used to make tar, but I don't have a sulfur source, so that's not reasonable. Shell oil can be used in canisters. Canisters don't have a lot of use, though. You can't use them in boilers, unfortunately. Condensates, yes. That's far away, completely out of the question. So, yeah. Now, condensates I don't think I can do anything with. That's going to take a while. Light oil we already have, and heavy oil can turn into kerosene, which is not only a pretty good fuel, but it's also the only fuel you can use in the gas-powered plant. But of course, the gas-powered plant is very far away. I think. Right? Yeah, gas power comes at Logistic Science Pack. So Logistic Science Pack is going to open up so many things. And the way this works is that the gas power plant produces a lot more than the 6 megawatts it consumes. This will produce a lot more power than it looks. And the main disadvantage is that it only consumes kerosene. Or no, natural gas. Wait, so it's the oil power plant that consumes kerosene. Yes. Okay. So that's better. This is already PyScience 1. So I can use kerosene as fuel. Oh, gas refinery. Not sure how expensive gas refineries is. Other than that, mechanical parts are complicated. Intermetallics I will have. It's not too complicated, it just needs Nexalit. And Nexalit is not the greatest. Mechanical parts are ridiculously complicated. So. But it does pay off. It's a huge, huge difference. Okay, and that's the main use for heavy oil. But until then, until I have the power plant, I can still use it as fuel. The basic fuel value is pretty much the same. It's only about the bonus you get from using it in a power plant, which is massive. Ooh, why did the sand suddenly fill up? That's weird. Let's boost you. Oh, not like that. So we're getting sand here, and we're getting sand here. The moss is still being used. We should boost this up somehow. That's going to be a bit complicated. Oh right, that's just because I boosted stone production from here, right? That's why all of this changed suddenly. Maybe. I fixed the carbolic oil too. Oh. It's stuck again. There's no tar. What? Oh no. Are we really full on coke? But we shouldn't ever be full on coke. Didn't I add logic to burn coke if there's excess? Right? Oh. Okay. That explains it. So even the parts that I managed to automate are still not automated perfectly. There's still a way to go. Why aren't we getting rid of all the ash? Why are you suddenly not keeping up? Okay, so what I definitely want to do is put a splitter here. And a splitter here, because these need to be balanced for the inserters to keep up. That should help. Wood seems to be running out. But I do put the excess into the forestries. Oh, whatever. It is working very slowly. We are getting some science done. Now the way Pi works is that you will always have to keep expanding the older research levels. Okay, so right now we just started, so we have 2 automation sense pack and 1 PyScience pack. That stays the same during the whole tech level. But then there's 3 automation science pack, 2 PyScience pack 1s, and 1 logistics science pack. Which is a pretty nice way to do it, because you will usually also get better ways to create those older science packs. So it all works out. But this was a big mess. You're invisible again, that's to be expected. I will pick up some plastic. Doesn't need much. Ooh, you're stuck because there's ash I haven't taken care of. Alright. Where should I put this ash then? There. You're producing 0.33. I think it should be fine if I just add circle like that. And you need to go here. Just a few fixes here and there. Is there anywhere I can put the limestone? I don't think so. You're producing more than's needed, right? You do get a bit of ash. Let me just do something really basic. It's going to be very slow, but I don't care. Oh, I still have these boilers. I forgot about those. Is it better now? 6.4, 6.2 seems to be, yeah. Okay. It's looking good. Okay. Oh, 2 jaw crushers. See. Now, how can I get the copper ore there? I don't need it to work for too long. Oh. Let's boost that. The annoying thing is, of course, that this is not going to expand very quickly. Because I still need the Vrauks to expand, to do the research. Just done. You close to being done. I don't want to spend too much time here, of course. Now, another thing that's nice about this, this is food for the diggers. It's also food for the caravans, I think. But it can also be food for me if I just running through a furnace. So let me do just a very quick build like that. Can't fuel you with the wood. No, you need more than 8, really. And that produces jerky. Yeah, you need 10, okay. Which is the first thing I can use to heal myself. That's nice. Everything here is backed up because I'm limited by the Vrauks, of course. That's just another example of that you really, really need to get the life out of the way as soon as you can, because that always takes the longest to build up. No, that's not where I wanted to go. Wanted to go here. Yeah, almost through the ash already. I didn't add a way to put it back on the belts. Oh! Well, that's a mistake. You're not supposed to pick up the PyScience back. It's good that they come in trees, because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten even the tiny amount of research done. That's an oversight. Right. So, I do want to build a few things before I get serious about anything else here. Where do I want to start? Oh. No. Now, the way the processing works with copper, still fairly easy, but it does need a bit of thinking. As the jaw crusher produces copper in grade 2, that's the one that's used to actually smelt copper. You also get it from the automated screener. So you need 2 screeners per 1 jaw crusher. Of course, a fairly simple way to do that is to just build them 1 to 1 like this. And I should be easily able to do it right here as well. I'm going to wait a bit though. So, the excess copper grade 1 goes straight into the jaw crusher. Easy. The jaw crusher outputs copper grade 2 and stone, so I'm just going to put those on a belt. Easy. On input, I just need the copper ore. So annoying not having the cables reach over machines. So just for now, I'm going to do something like this. Where's power? There's power. We're running a bit low. Power poles. So that's where the copper goes. Now, it will produce stone as a byproduct. So I will, of course, want to get that out of the way. It's not a huge amount of stone. Well, it's not a small amount either. So these working together are going to produce 1.3 per second, so half of that is stone. But I have splitters now, so let's make use of those. No. Okay, I'll have to pause this for a little bit now. Alright, sorry about that. Let's keep going. So, stone goes away. I will want to use warehouses once I get them for some of these, because this is really a lot of work. Right. Outputs. Would it make sense to do it the other way around? I don't think it really makes much of a difference, right? You get... Yeah, there's a lot less on output than on input. I think it... Oh, that's important. You put stone out. No, you put everything out. You need filter. Clean it up. There. No, you only put out the grade 2. That's important. For grade 2. And the same with you. That should work. Take the purple. There. And here I just need the copper inputs. Going to keep it simple. There. Ooh, you too. That's a good point. Maybe I don't want a splinter here. I want you to go back here. There's the processing milestone as well, of course. I could have done this a long time ago, but who cares? These are PyScience 1. Oh well, you know, the titanium and lead, zinc. Oh, not sure if they are the latest version of each. We'll see. Hey! Here? Oh. No, that's not how this is supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be. You're getting yours, you're getting yours. Oh, I haven't built you. This will be a bit easier once I get construction boats, but that's going to take a while. Right. And now I just need to get you and split you here. And you know what? Since I have splitters now, I'm going to do it the usual way I do it. Just this basic design. Though it might not work perfectly. The sides of the belts are going to be different, I think. Hey. Right. Do want you there, do I? Oh, I don't need you there anymore, but whatever. I don't think there's ever been a weirder way to build. It's a bit ridiculous, honestly. Sorry about that. Of course, this will also need to be manually cleaned up. Yes. Go. So, you in my inventory. There. I went through the splitters quite quickly. Ooh. Not enough room. Well, I don't think I need so many furnaces anyway. Let's try like this. By the way, if I put you in here... Nope, I didn't think so. Unfortunate, but whatever. There we go. Do you want to clean everything up from here? Oh, of course, now I need even fewer furnaces. Yeah, just 1.3. So this will just build up a huge supply, a huge reserve. And that's fine. This is the big advantage of requiring furnaces to have recipes, because then you can just quickly change the recipes for everyone. Yeah, and that's it. Great. Now I can put you here. And this should allow me to add quite a few more if I need to. I should also at some point change the fuel. Yes, using raw coal is not exactly efficient. There. Stone is tricky because it has a lot of volume. And I don't think I really have a good way of dealing with it. Yeah, I could turn it into stone furnaces. I can turn it into stone bricks and then back to stone if needed, but that's not really worth it. There are... I can use it to make landfill, but I don't think I want to use all the stone for landfill. But let's look into it realistically. So this produces 1.3 stone. So one belt is going to last me for quite a while. I think I can just go all the way back home. Yeah, right here. I do want to have some level of centralized management of stone anyway, because it's one of those things that I need to change quite a lot. Did try to remove you. The hitboxes are not always perfect, especially with the fallen trees. Of course, this is going to mean even more stone. But that's just how it is. The most annoying part is, of course, that you never know if you have too little or too much. Because it's very easy to run out. And it's very easy to fill way too much because you just happen to use less. You know what? Right, something like that. Right, so the point is that if I have enough iron, for example, all of my storages fill up, then that's going to stop the production of stone from iron ore. And that can stop everything very quickly if I'm not ready for that. Fine otherwise, it seems. How are the Vrauks? Seems like we got some. Automatic? Yep, yeah. 4 products finished. Yes. Production is starting, at least. I do want more. What's the ratio here? You produce 0.08 and you consume 0.03. Oh, is that already it? Oh. Oh, let's boost you up. 0.12. That should be exactly enough for you. So I really should have built this differently. Okay, whatever. For now, I'm just going to let it work. This is the full capacity of my Vrauk production. Yeah, I need to expand this. I really expected I'm going to be able to produce more than this. I should have more reproductive complexes. I need to build this differently. These are quite big too. Main thing I need is barrels and the water. The logic too, that's the most annoying part, right? That's why I kind of want to have everything on one boat. Even though it's not always the most efficient. It seems a bit empty, but I guess that's just that a lot of them finished at the same time. We might add another reproductive complex. Now let me just verify it. Oh, not making 1 per second. I only have the first level. Always needs not beacons modules. Of course. Yeah. Let's change you to... Let's start with 0.1. Yep, it's exactly 1 to 4. And that water is fine, of course. Moss, I think I'm fine too. And this is also a great way to get rid of excess stone, if I need to. Okay, so one paddock needs 1 moss farm, that's fine. And for sap, okay. 1.5 per reproductive complex. We should have plenty of moss. We should be able to double this up. And for the Vrauk storage on output, I will just add the logic later, I guess. Makes sense, I think. Hey, there's another Vrauk going. But the production did improve quite a bit now. So right now I should be at, what is it, 0.025 per second. So that's, what's 1.5 per minute? No, that's very slow research, but it is research. Oh, and 0.1 is exactly enough for 1 slaughterhouse. So that would make me work at max efficiency, basically. Now, the other problem is that this is going to expand, because technology is going to improve Vrauks in many different ways. What's coming soon? So, Vrauk Stage 2 There. So this takes Vrauk food. I don't think that makes sense for Vrauks because Vrauk food is a bit expensive. I do want it for the improved modules. So I will be producing Vrauk food, just not feeding them with it. And it might make sense to make the cocoons with them. Or am I doing this the other way around? I always... Do I not even get a way to reproduce Vrauks? I forgot. This takes one... No, right. This takes one Vrauk MK2 and gives me 1 and a 1.95. Okay. But it needs 8 cocoons. Right, so it should work out roughly, but it can break fairly easily. Whatever, that seems to be fine. So I will get this. That's going to be a lot of effort. I'm not going to even think about it. I definitely want to expand this at least once. Should I just copy it? As is. Need aluminum, and that's pretty much it. Oh, I already made 2 of the paddocks, so I only need 2 more. Aluminum is here. There. That's 4 paddocks. I need to resupply. Stone, oh, not stone. Oh, a lot of things really. Let's just do that. Yeah, I'm wasting time making stuff I have automated. Yeah, all of it. It's fine. Fine. Small parts, of course. Always need more small parts. Oh yeah, and these crates are also pretty cool, mostly for UPS. They're really handy. I'll see if I'll get to use them too. They also seem to take less power. That's nice. Okay. Of course, the ones I'm using right now are free, so that's even less power, but whatever. Okay. Now the tricky part here is I already have stone coming in here. You're stuck. And I don't think I really have a way to destroy stone. I think the only real way is to make saline water, but you can't dump saline water anymore. I should be able to get rid of moss with recycling, unless that's also removed. Yeah, it's not. Okay. So I can turn all the stone into moss if I have too much and burn it. And biomass is not a great fuel, especially not until I can get the biomass power plant. And I think that's also pushed further back here in PyHard. Oh, you can also turn it into coal, yeah, but that's not exactly... I don't think that really works. Because you get 50 worth of biomass, so that's 200 each, so 5 megajoules, and you turn it into 6 megajoules, is it? So that's already pretty bad, and it takes 5 seconds in a high-pressure furnace. High-pressure furnaces are expensive to run. It is a source of rock coal, but it's a very bad source of rock coal. Okay, but there is the biomass power plant. Okay, so at least that's there. Of course, feeding it with enough biomass is a bit of a problem because each piece only has 200 kilojoules. That's a lot of biomass being passed around. But it is a way. Sometimes that's all you need. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to be able to run this all the way through to the stone storage or the main stone thingy. You're blocked. Why? What's the logic here? Right. Full elephant and so big. Okay. Oh, a full on stone brick, but nothing is happening here because the logic here is broken. Yeah, of course. Damn it. That's been broken for a while now. Yep. Let's make stone bricks again. In the meantime, you work. Now, coke processing is not only going to be useful for the coke oven gas for hot air, but it's also pretty good for producing coke. Let me check. I'm not sure if I added it to my spreadsheet yet. So, coke from raw oil, yes. So even without a good source of electricity, this produces 6 megawatts per what's it made in? High pressure furnace. And the high pressure furnace takes 2, I think. Yeah. So it's kind of barely worth it at this point, just from fuel standpoint, mainly because... No, forget that. It is producing 6 after the cost of the high pressure furnace. So, of course, I have that as part of the spreadsheet. It'd be a bit ridiculous not to. Okay. Oh, that was right. Problem is that I need both of these there. So that's just not going to work. That was a bad idea. Let me just do the simple thing then. Right. All the stone goes back here. Thank you. However, it's already way too long. I will want to expand the Vrauks, I think, just to push the research at least a little bit further. Right now it's really, really slow. Definitely don't need stone bricks. And I am using all of the pitch, so that's fine. Oh, I forgot about you. Good. Oh, this seems to be doing fine now. But that's it for this episode, I think. So much mess everywhere. Yep. See you in the next one. It looks like code processing might be stuck again. I'll have to look into that. And I need to deal with the copper ore. I just need to get rid of it. So I do want to use it. It's million copper, and I don't like building over ore deposits. So I will deal with that. Oh, I have to deal with the stone as well. Damn it. You know what? Let me finish it right now, because even if I write this down, I'm going to forget about this. I did bring steel here for some reason. Presumably I was trying to make something. I don't know. Right. So that's another thing that just needs to be taken care of. This goes into dumping here. That logic is fine. I didn't even add... Oh, no, that's the second one. Okay, that's fine. Of course, I'm not using the most right now. I'll have to deal with that. Hmm. Yeah. That shouldn't get stuck anymore. And that's it for this episode then. So, see you in the next one. Bye.